there, gun pals. Hope your builds are going well. This is a channel about building Gunpla and traveling around to hobby shops. Today, we're headed to Reno, Nevada, and I'll tell you what, it was probably the view of the casinos that gave me an idea. An idea to hook up little neon lights to the model we're going to build in this video. I end up getting a little shock. More on that in a bit. Now, why are we in Reno? Well, I wanted to take you all to see Comic Kingdom because they have pinball machines, comics, and a Magic the Gathering card dispenser that is pretty cool.
We arrived at Comic Kingdom, a store I've been to before and was really excited to show you, but they're not here anymore. They moved. We're going to go have to find the new location, which will be exciting for everyone. Your heart is in the right place, but your body isn't. I like that sign. What is left in there?
Okay, back in the car, and we are headed just a few blocks north to the new location. Once we got there, I found they were still busy fixing things and unpacking boxes, and unfortunately, the pinball machines were not plugged in yet.
The move must have been pretty recent.
Yeah, we just moved.
Nice.
Yeah, we just did a move a couple days.
It turns out they'd just moved a few days before. All things considered, I'd say the store looks pretty amazing. And we might as well check out their Warhammer product line while we're here. After Kingdom Comics, we headed to the neighboring city of Sparks, which is just to the east of Reno proper. In Sparks, we were looking for a store named KD Empire.
I think we're looking for a different store. Went into the wrong store, no big deal. I gotta get this wall. I gotta get this Gundam though.
Oh, but it's right down here.
It's the Gundam that's confusing.
Oh, yeah.
After looking at an amazing mural, we found KD Empire just 2 doors down. Inside, we found some fan art, anime figures, card game stuff, and one of the nicest shop owners I've ever met. She was a little nervous about being on camera since her husband is the real Gunpla knowledge base, but that didn't stop us from having a perfectly great conversation about the store and the models inside.
Well, we're specifically here for Gunpla.
Oh, I think I really have one left.
One left?
I know, they go so quick, like
Yeah.
in a middle shelf there, like towards the bottom.
Middle shelf towards the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty good place.
And was this your first location or were you somewhere else
There
before?
were like 2 doors.
Okay, that's why there's an RX-78 and Zaku on the side of the building. Because I went into the store and I'm like, this isn't this isn't a Gunpla store.
So exactly.
Yeah.
We were next door, and then we slowly moved over here, and we closed
Okay.
that one down. So.
Okay. Right on.
We used to do like build days. And everything.
Oh, fun, yeah. Thanks for chatting. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Take care.
You too.
KD Empire is a great find in Sparks and definitely worth a visit if you're in town. All right, let's get this kit from the Silver State built. We're looking at an HG Gundam Chimeras Vidar from Iron Blooded Orphans. And the first thing we got to do is get it out of the box and organized here. All right, time to get snapping or snipping or whatever you want to call it. All right, with that out of the way, I started assembling parts. And, well, I know people love Iron-Blooded Orphans and Vidars in general, but I have to say, I was struggling to vibe with this HG kit. Don't get me wrong, it was a fun build, and I particularly liked the legs, but there were connection points that just didn't seem solid to me and joint assemblies that left me thinking, is this the best way to do that? But I forged on and finally found myself with all the sub-assemblies done and time to move on to what's quickly becoming my favorite part, which is cutting out and putting on the decals. Now, does it matter that these decals don't belong to this model, timeline, and maybe even universe? No, because Gunpla is freedom, and I love slide decals. I put on a bunch of them, matted out the parts, and then prepped for what would turn out to be a very bad idea. Now, being that this Vidar came from Reno, and being that Reno has lots of neon and wanting to add something unique to this build, I decided to add some mini neon strips. Now, hear me out. The packaging clearly said that I could cut the neon strips to any length that I wanted. But I think you're supposed to put this tiny little end cap back on where you cut it, because right here in the video, you can actually hear me getting shocked. Yeah, that didn't feel good, and I could feel it burn for a solid hour after it happened. And it sort of summed up my time in Reno. A town that I like, a town that is full of surprises, and a big little city that I will be back to soon. All right, here we go with the finished model hero shots and a little song about one of my top 5 favorite towns in Nevada. I'll see you next time, gun pals.
Dollar nickel in the slot. Gunpla comics, I guess not. Wedding rings into the river. Shot of Jack straight to my liver. Hobby Lobby for your plastic needs. Or the place in the mall with the higher fees. Here we go, here we go. Need more plamo in Reno. More Gunpla, yeah we know. Here we go, here we go. Fiber honey in the slot. Pinball models, I guess not. Kayak players in the river. Shot of quiver makes me shiver. Hobby Lobby